Hi guys, and welcome to your 20-minute slow flow class. So I included this one in the bundle because I thought it would be really nice to have a slightly shorter class that you can come back to, especially if you need to fit it in around your day, maybe even at lunchtime or early in the mornings before work. So yeah, I hope this is one that you can come back to again and again and just use it to really relax down and take the practice a little slower, a little steadier, and drop in a slow and a comfy way. So when you're ready, we're gonna just come to a comfortable seated position to start off with. I'm kneeling, you can come to cross-legged if you would like. I've got a block underneath me to give me a little bit of extra lift, to keep my chest up, and we're just going to take the first couple of minutes to ground down. So when you're ready, just coming to the mat, closing down the eyes, keeping the gaze just in front, maybe taking those hands down onto the knees or down onto the thighs, and just taking a couple of seconds to ground. So palms facing down. Start to draw that awareness to the breath. The inhale and the exhale through the nose. Taking this time to just drop into the practice. Just noticing the breath there. Noticing if the breath is long or if it's short. Just taking a moment, not controlling the breath, just allowing it to be what it is at this present moment. Just staying in tune, becoming aware. And we're going to start off by moving through a short moving meditation to guide us into the practice. So when you're ready, you might like to flutter open the eyes gently, soft gaze in front. Maybe remove any blocks, props you might have. And we're going to start off just in a kneeling position. I'm going to take 3 rounds of this moving meditation, really waking up through the spine, waking up through the back. When you're ready, kneeling position, maybe keeping your eyes open for this first round, taking a second to watch me, and then maybe the other 2, you can close off the eyes and really drop into the practice. As we inhale, we sweep the arms up to the sky. We take the gaze up as well. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale, this time we come up to a high kneeling. Arms fly up again, palms together, gaze up to the hands. Exhale. We roll forwards and place the hands down. So we're in kind of like a cat-cow position. You might like to take the knees a little wider, so shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. And we inhale as we drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, curve through the spine, drop the head down. 2 more times. So waking up the spine with this cat-cow. Moving with the speed of your own breath, your own movement, checking in. 1 more time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, shine that chest forwards. Exhale, curve through the back, drop the head. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale, dropping yourself back into that kneeling position, walking hands towards you, coming back to kneeling. Inhale, we take those arms up again. Gaze to the sky, you can keep the eyes closed this round if you'd like to. Exhale, draw the hands down. Inhale, this time we rise up to high kneeling. Gaze upwards. Exhale, roll forwards, hands come down. Tabletop. We exhale here. Inhale, lift the head, shine the chest, drop the belly. Exhale, round dome through that back, allow the head to drop heavy down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, draw yourself back to kneeling. Taking one more round again feeling free to have those eyes closed. Inhale, arms reach up, palms together, gaze, head drops back. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, sweep that energy up, high kneeling. Gaze to the hands. Exhale, take the hands forwards as you roll down. Find that tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round, drop the head. Inhale, come up. Exhale, curve through the spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round. Inhale, back to neutral. And from here, this neutral position, I give you just a second here to work around, find some intuitive movement. So maybe that's working around in circles. Maybe that's twisting through the head, dropping the elbows down. Maybe it's patting out through the hands, taking those fingertips to the sides of the mats and then towards you. Wherever you are, finding that gentle movement, just finding a sway, working with the body. And I love here to work with call and response. So ask yourself what the body needs, answer through your movement. Maybe it's simply rest. Maybe you just want a couple of seconds down in child's pose. Wherever you are, just taking what you need. When you're ready, meeting back in that neutral position. Inhale here. Exhale, just draw it back to that kneeling position, back of the mat. Lovely, everyone. And we're going to take a second here to get a little bit more warmed up. We're going to inhale, take the arms up to the sky, gaze to the hands. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, arms reach up, high kneeling. Gaze to the hands. Exhale, this time we sweep the hands behind us. Take the forehead down. So we're coming into a child's pose, the hands are behind. Inhale, we start to work those hands, fingers forwards across the mat. Wave the body forwards and then down, coming onto the belly. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, find that baby cobra. Maybe you've got the legs slightly wider. Exhale, push down through the hands with planting, tuck under the toes, roll the hips back. We're coming into our first downward dog of the day. And taking a moment here to do what you need. So maybe that's pedaling out, maybe it's dropping down through the elbows. Whatever it is, just giving yourself a second. Taking some time. Maybe you're already aching for that stillness. You just want a couple of seconds with the eyes closed. Heels drawing down. Wherever you are. Just knowing that it's the right place for your body today. Might be different tomorrow. Might have been different yesterday. Just listening to what the body needs in this moment. From here, if you are feeling like you want that extra bit of movement, that extra bit of energy, we're going to take some spinal rolls. So option to stay here in that stillness, maybe even take a child's pose. Or if you want to, on the inhale, we're going to lift up, come onto the toes, roll the body forwards as if we're coming through a plank. And then drop the knees down on the exhale, push back. Just taking 2 more of these. And go as slow as you want. Just gently waking that body up. Inhale and push back, exhale. Everybody meeting back in that down dog. From that down dog, everybody just dropping the knees down, untucking the toes, and coming back to that kneeling position. From here, we're just going to take an easy twist. So taking that left hand to the right knee, inhale, take right arm up, exhale, take the hand behind you, take the gaze behind you as well. So we inhale, find that length, exhale, find the twist. take the gaze back. With every inhale, you find that little bit more length. Every exhale, twist a little deeper. Staying with that breath. Everybody taking a big inhale. Exhale, take both hands over to the left-hand side. Find a slight counter twist. And then taking right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, take left arm up. Exhale, take the arm behind us. Gaze follows. It's just working through these twists. Noticing if you stop the breath, just slowly coming back to it. In and out through the nose. Nice big inhale. Exhale, counter twist, take both hands over to the right. From here, we're just going to spin around, taking the bum down onto the mat. And we're going to come down onto our backs. And we're all going to come into an active version of bridge or a restorative version. So if you've got blocks, that's brilliant. If not, maybe if you've got a book and a cushion maybe on top, like quite a big book, that can also be a brilliant variation. But if not, we'll just take active ones. So slowly lowering down onto the back. So your option here is to either take a slightly longer hold. So we've got feet hip distance apart, hands are down, and you might like to draw those feet in till the fingertips can just about touch, and that's kind of the distance that we want. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift the hips. And here is our bridge. So from here, we can either stay here, stay with the breath. And when you feel like it's getting a little bit too much, you can lower down, take a break, and then come back up again. Or if you've got that block and you want to take that restorative version, you can take the block and just take it underneath the lower back. You want to be supporting there, making sure we feel comfortable with where it is. And you can take the block on any height. I've got it on the highest. You can come down, take it here. You can take it on the lowest, down here. Whatever feels like it's working for you. And take the hands down by the sides. Make palms facing up. And just take a couple of minutes. Staying with the breath, allowing the body to rest. Noticing if the mind wanders. It's completely normal when we're in these more static holds for things to come up. So just allowing them to sit with you here. Just a little bit longer. And then when we're ready, next inhale, we lift. Remove any blocks if you do have them. And slowly coming down onto the back. Just heel-toeing those feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. And then dropping both knees over to the left and then over to the right. Just taking a second to neutralize through that spine. And then we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. Taking right ankle onto left knee. And make sure we're flexing through both feet here, keeping everything active. Just getting a nice stretch out through the legs. So this, you might find that this is deep enough for you, or you might want to take your hands around and interlace them around the left thigh and give yourself a gentle tug there and pull them slightly more in. Feeling that stretch work a little bit deeper. Keeping the feet nice and active. You can have the eyes closed again. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch. And then when you're ready, just switching sides, so gently uncrossing uncrossing the legs, and then taking that left ankle onto the right knee and gently tugging towards you again, knowing that this could be deep enough, or maybe you want to interlace those fingers and slightly pull towards you. Staying with the breath. Gently releasing those hands if you do have them around the thigh, uncrossing the legs. And we're going to roll up here to seated. So maybe you can take those hands behind the knees, find a little bit of momentum and roll up. Maybe even taking a couple of rolls, massaging through that spine as you come up. Then when we get here, just dropping those knees out to the side, soles of the feet together. And we're going to take a rounded Baddha Konasana here. So those knees, if they're quite high up, you can support them with blocks or maybe a pillow if you've got one. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold forwards, but we're going to take it nice and slow. So walk those feet out so you've got a nice diamond shape. Inhale, find a little bit of length. Exhale, we roll round. And we're drawing the crown of the head down towards the feet. Doesn't have to reach, it's just an idea of where it's going. Just allowing that back to curve. And options here to pop a pillow here or a block, just to give your head some support. You can also, if you'd like to, slot those hands underneath the ankles and walk them forwards. So just taking a second here to melt. A chance to just allow the body to reset and restore. If the mind does wander, just gently drawing it back to the breath. Focusing on the inhales and the exhales. And I will give you just a couple of options here. So if you're in this Baddha Konasana and it's feeling super cozy or really comfortable, maybe you've got your head rested on something. Option to just stay here. Stay here for Shavasana. Feel into the pose. Just allow the body to melt that little bit more. If this is comfortable for you, no rush to come out. If you would like to come out, slowly now, moving with me, taking your time, rolling up, removing any props that you might have, taking a second if you want to pop on an extra layer before we come down, and just rolling down onto the back super slowly, allowing the feet to drop out to the sides, hands slightly away from the body, palms facing up. Take a moment to just get yourself comfortable. So if you want to do one more thing to make yourself super comfy, grab a blanket, grab a pillow, anything that you need, I invite you to do so now. And then when you're here, when you're in your spot that feels good for you, just closing down through those eyes, drawing that awareness back to the breath. So from here, just being aware that we are achieving more by doing less. Allowing the body this time to reset and restore. So if you're in that Baddha Konasana now and you feel like maybe it's starting to become uncomfortable, knowing that there's always that option to slowly move away, come down onto the back. Always the option to move, to find the position that works for you. Staying connected with that breath. for today's class, one of the most beautiful things I think about practicing online is that if you do have more time, if you do want to stay here, that option always stands. So staying here, allowing that body to melt down a little bit more. If you are ready to move out of the practice, wherever you are, maybe finding a wiggle through the fingers, through the toes as you start to wake the body back up. And slowly either moving out of that Baddha Konasana or maybe rolling onto one side. Just giving yourself a big hug, maybe taking those knees into the chest. And then with keeping those eyes closed, just taking your time to come up to a comfortable seated position, maybe cross-legged. Dropping the chin down. Taking one more big breath here, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Let it all go. And then slowly fluttering open those eyes, taking a soft gaze in front. And coming back to the space, coming back to the room. So thank you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this practice and I hope that it's one that you will come back to, so let me know if it was good and I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Thanks.